I don't know how to start a video, but I'm Hootless, and this is Stardew Valley Modded 1.3, Episode 15. And these allergies are still killing me. And also, as may be immediately apparent, perhaps, I'm just gonna destroy these. Not necessary. I'll plant this one, though. I don't have any icons under here anymore, and in my inventory I don't have the things, and the extra tab and whatnot, because that mod is now out of date once again, due to Stardew updating so frequently during the beta. So, unfortunately, we'll be without the UI info suite for probably a few episodes, depending on how long it takes to get updated. Maybe it is already updated and I just couldn't find it. I'll get it eventually, and that's just the price of doing business, mods and a beta, and all that. I guess I will take these to the museum today. Not those. I need those for a bundle. Oh, interesting. I already have a fire quartz. How did I have no idea how I got that. Probably fishing or from a geode. That's crazy. But we have that already, so we'll be able to do the bundle that requires it. In fact, I'm going to put everything away and just go hunt down a leek, hopefully, and a wild horseradish. And we'll try to complete some community center bundles today so that I can unlock the blacksmith bundle and put the stuff in there. Anything here? No? Okay. Anything here? Nope. And I don't think anything can spawn in the tunnel. It'd be really cool, actually, if you could walk all the way to the desert. Like, even if it took just absolutely forever. But it would still be a really cool thing to, like, have the option to do it. Just have to walk down, like, 10 maps or something. Long enough that it takes, like, a few hours to walk there. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if it's possible right now. Maybe with, like, mods, you could connect the left side of the bus tunnel to, like, more maps, and then just have a few sort of mostly empty forest maps. Walk along those for a while. Slowly turns to, anything interesting? Void mayonnaise? Yes. Yes. I will take that, because it's like 5,000 gold if you buy it. If you buy a void egg from Krobus. Duck egg, no point. Largemouth bass, no. Sprinkler, no. But anyways, you know, just have the forest maps like slowly turn into more deserty, and then you end up at the desert. Probably. I guess you'd have to leave the bus there. I assume the bus is like hard placed in the map. So if you arrive there not by the bus, it would still have to be there, otherwise it would like conflict with everything that also modifies the desert maps. But I think that'd be kind of cool. Not particularly useful, except like you don't want to do the community center but still want access to the desert seeds, in which case then it would be useful. Nice artifact. But in every other case, not particularly useful. It's actually kind of convenient that we got this void mayonnaise so quickly, because now we effectively don't have to go to the sewer at all, I believe. What's in there that we need? I know he sells star drops, so there's that. Oh, I completely forgot that Krobus sells iridium sprinklers on Thursdays, doesn't he? Maybe not Thursdays. I don't remember the exact day. But I'm pretty sure he sells iridium sprinklers. I'll have to remember that when I play multiplayer again with my friends. Because we have tons of money and tons of crops, but all of our crops are being watered with quality sprinklers that we just have like 80 of because all of us go mining once in a while. So I'll have to remember that for the low cost of 20,000 or 5,000 or whatever it is, we can buy more. And that is an easy cost to afford when you have so much money. We're actually like in the process now. Unfortunately, we started on the Riverlands farm, and then we proceeded to chop down all of our trees because one of my friends is obsessed with chopping down every tree possible all the time. It's like the thing he does the most. But As a result, we have no oak trees left, and that means we have to wait for them to grow before we can get oak resin at all. I think as of the last time we played, we've now got like 2 placed down, and then like a bunch more pine trees. Unfortunately, of course, pine tar is the one that is not useful, except for I think it's in probably 2 bundles. I think all 3 of the tree saps are in 2 bundles each, and it's useful for making an oil machine, and then that's it. So we're slowly, so slowly, working on getting oak resin again, and then we will get not pine tar, the other one, maple syrup, and then that's basically it. I've already basically looked everywhere, so there's just no wild horseradish to be found. But we're gonna, you know, we're gonna try and get oak trees, get oak resin, make kegs, set up gigantic starfruit farm, have it automatically, well, we can't automatically harvest it, but you know, automatically process it after we have harvested it into wine, and then put it into casks and have it just age up. Because if you were not aware, or do not remember, casks weren't a thing when I did my 1 year 1 million challenge. Did I can't remember if I grew starfruits during that. That's a really effective way to do it, though, if you have time. Because it takes 2 seasons to grow, or to age. Actually, let's do the math real quick. It takes 2 seasons to age wine to iridium quality from base. So anything that you can get done before, anything you can throw in casks before the 28th of summer should be finished by the end of the year, theoretically. I haven't played with casks much, so maybe the math doesn't exactly check out, but more or less, anything before the 28th of summer is fair game. So you can get about 1 harvest of starfruits in summer. You technically you can do 2, but the second one wouldn't finish in time to turn it into wine and then put it all in casks. So to get 1 million earned, it would take like 200, like a little bit less than 200, maybe like 160 or 170 starfruit, you know? 170 starfruit wine aged to iridium quality would sell for about 1 million. So if you did that, you would have to have 170 casks, which I don't believe... You definitely can't do it in base Stardew, because there's not enough room in the cellar. However, if you have the automate mod, it can force casks to work even if they aren't placed in the cellar. So if you were able to fully upgrade your house before the end of summer, you would only have to get 170 starfruit in 1 harvest, turn it all into wine, which would require about... what you'd need, like, half the number of starfruit that you have in kegs. So you'd have to have about 80 kegs by the middle of the first summer. Unfortunately, I don't think this is feasible. But if you could do it, if you could grow 170 starfruit in the first summer and then have 80 kegs and then turn them all into iridium quality wine using casks, theoretically, you could get to 1 million gold earned that way. More likely, it's not really possible to get 80 kegs by the first half of summer. You'd have to do so much farming just to be able to do or be able to get the recipe for kegs at all. You'd have to get to level 7 farming. And then on top of that, you would have to fully upgrade your house all the way, make... I don't know how many casks you start with, but you'd have to make enough to the point where you have 170 casks. I don't think it would be feasible. At all. Unfortunately. You might be able to get away with growing more starfruits, like do a second harvest, and then just process the second harvest into wine and sell it as base quality wine instead of waiting for it to be iridium quality. And that would be a bit more feasible. If you're completely... Like, you don't need as many kegs if you can take your time and do it throughout the year. But on the other hand, you do have to get some of it done, at least for casks, by the end of the first summer. Or, alternatively, you grow enough starfruit that it doesn't matter. And that might be possible if you can make enough money to buy into Joja Mart and then purchase the desert bus being completed, or complete enough of the community center to just buy the parts. I don't know what the price comparison is there, how viable that would be to do it quickly. But either way, you'd have to have access to the desert by the first summer so that you could buy starfruit, and then you would also have to have enough money to be able to buy a pretty significant amount of seeds. But I think as long as you did that, it could probably be done. Like, relatively easily. I don't know, I might try it in multiplayer with my friends when we start trying challenge runs. Right now we're just sort of playing to play. Legendary angelfish. Not actually a legend. Yeah, I'd have to look at the prices, but you'd have to make a pretty ridiculous amount of money in the first spring to be able to afford not only the desert bus, but then also a satisfactory amount of starfruits. Plus, you wouldn't really be able to sell the starfruits for profit, because you want to turn them into wine first, of course. Which means that by the middle of summer, you would have to have made enough money to buy a second harvest of starfruits. And then you could start turning all the fruits you've harvested into wine slowly. Hopefully by that point, almost definitely, actually, you'd be at farming 7, because you would have to just do an absolutely massive amount of crops to be able to get enough money for that. And it would have to be like a ridiculous amount of potatoes or something. You can't do cauliflower and have it work. Or maybe you can, I guess. It just takes a lot, and probably would take a lot of effort. But it would take even more effort to do as many potatoes as possible, because, you know, you can buy more, like significantly more, I think. I don't remember the prices, but I'm pretty sure it's like 80 gold for a potato seed, or 120 gold, or 160 gold for a cauliflower seed, something like that. So you would be able to get an immensely, maybe not immensely larger number, but a significantly larger number of potato seeds, which would require even more effort. And you'd have to factor in the fact that, like, you would be harvesting it multiple times, as opposed to the cauliflower things where you'd only be harvesting them twice. Potatoes, you'd be harvesting them like 8 times. So, I don't know. It could be interesting to try another 1 year, 1 million challenge. This time with mods. And not in the cheesy way that people are always like, haha, I'm using mods and I'm doing a 1 year, 1 million challenge. This mod gave me 1 million gold on day 1, I win. But in the, you know, use convenience things instead of things that just straight up give you benefits for nothing. It would probably be a lot easier because of Automate. Well, it would be a little bit easier because of Automate. And a few other things would make it marginally easier. But I think most of the work would remain, like, pretty difficult. I'll run some numbers, and I will see. But that's a possibility for the next series after this one, perhaps, as I go through and do all the challenges, but with mods this time. I want to save the community center challenge rerun, though, until the bundle overhaul is successfully updated. Because I think that would be an interesting challenge to do, although it would almost definitely take me 2 years to do it. Yeah, I think... I don't remember exactly what all is included in the bundle overhaul changes, but I think it could be doable within 2 years. The main difference is that it requires multiple of everything, essentially, so all of the crops is, like, the normal crop bundle is one of each of the crops for each season. But in the bundle overhaul, it's like 10 of each or something like that. So you wouldn't actually be able to use the traveling cart to get things early like I had to do with the red cabbage. Although, on the other hand, if you can get access to a seed maker, and I'm sure there's an easy way to do it, I think it's a reward for a bundle or something, but I don't know which bundle it is, and I don't know how easy it is, or if it would be even possible to do feasibly with the bundle overhaul. But if you could get a seed maker, you could still rely on RNG to get a single copy of each 2 year thing from the traveling merchant, and then turn them into seeds using a seed maker, and then grow more of them in like the greenhouse or in a clay pot or something. Neither of which I don't think would be possible, because I'm pretty sure those are the bundles that are locked behind those hard to get vegetables and fruits and stuff. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you all next time.